wine, lots of candy this Halloween. You might need that extra caffeine to keep up. You don't want to be like Chewy. Now, luckily, the Illinois South Tourism has introduced its first annual coffee trail. The trail brings over 20 coffee shops together in a fun and engaging way to try them all. Dana DiPiazza is joining us live in the studio this morning with more on what's brewing across the river.
That's exactly right, Mary. You won't need to pack a bag, but you will need to grab your passport. Illinois South Tourism is bringing you a win-win travel itinerary that will introduce you to the best coffee shops in the area while also stamping your coffee trail passport, which could also win you some prizes after your journey. I paid a visit to 4 of these incredible coffee shops that you're sure to fall in love with, and there is just so much to see right over the river. Take a look. You don't have to be crazy about coffee to hop on the coffee trail. It's the very first annual coffee passport program by Illinois South Tourism, meant to guide you through all the cute, unique cafes that the area has to offer. There is just so much to explore in southern Illinois, so I'm taking you along for the ride as we fill up my passport, my plate, and my cup full of carefully crafted blends. The first stop on our journey is in Shiloh, Illinois. It sits right here on the corner of South Main Street and Shiloh Station Road.
When I was a kid, Shiloh was a really small town, and this area at large was very rural and local. One of the things that we wanted to do in bringing this building back to life and back to the community was really reestablishing the business district in downtown Shiloh.
This 120-year-old building lived so many lives before Liz got her hands on it. Now it's June's, a cozy coffee house where she serves the community through breakfast, lunch, brews, and even booze.
But the building has been a lot of things. It was at one point in time a hostel, a saloon, and in the 90s it was known as this old coffee house. It actually has coffee shop roots. And then in the 2000s, it was lovingly known as the Shiloh Valley Grill. So to this community, this building really means a lot, and they were really excited whenever we decided to bring back a breakfast restaurant.
Now the goal is to use this space as a container for connection, a place where friends can come to visit and strangers can meet someone new.
I think at the end of the day, I just want people to walk out of the doors feeling like they connected with someone, whether it's their neighbor or someone from our team.
After enjoying all of those house-made specialties and syrups and becoming more connected with the community, you can check out even more warm and inviting places on your passport that are right around the corner. Our next stop on the coffee trail is in Maystown, Illinois at Around the Corner Coffee Company.
It's of course a little bit of a play on the fact that the shop itself is right around the corner. You know, if you go through the front door of the building, you may not realize where the coffee shop is, so around the corner makes it pretty obvious.
The building is full of history and other businesses too. From a bed and breakfast to a shop full of antiques, it's a hidden gem, and we could even say it's hidden right around the corner.
I think we do some really great stuff here for such a little space. You know, we're kind of known locally for, you know, our Belgian style waffles. We roast our own beans here, which is really fun. And that was kind of a new thing to learn and get involved with when I bought the space.
Matthew is also the owner of Hopscaler Brewery in Waterloo, Illinois, but was up for a new challenge in May of 2020 when this shop's previous owner would soon close its doors.
There was so much to learn, and that in of itself was very fun. So I think the process of figuring out how to do that, what kind of flavor you're going for, what kind of bean works, was all very exciting.
Now Matthew keeps this unique little cafe alive in the heart of Maystown in hopes that others will take the time to slow down, live in the moment, and enjoy these beautiful views.
You know, you cross that stone bridge into town, you know, first off, you feel like you went back about 150 years. But also, I mean, just, you feel the stress just wash away. You know, I think that's probably the neatest part of Maystown.
Now that we've been relieved of all of our stress, it's time to grab a bite over in Columbia, Illinois. Cafe on the Abbey is another must-stop shop with a menu that will have you daydreaming of your next visit.
It's owned by foodies. I mean, people who love what they do. When I say foodies, I do mean foodies. I mean people who just enjoy food. We're very creative, innovative. We like to play. You know, it's kind of like, you know, as I was growing up, my mother would say, Daniel, don't play with your food. Don't play with your food. You know, and still here I am today playing with food.
At Cafe on the Abbey, it's all about trying something new and finding that perfect pairing, one that is just so unique you've never tried it before. A duo as dynamic as the two owners.
I basically begged Danny to come in and be a part of this business, and he has just taken it off. I've kind of, I did a lot of the baking for a long time. I don't do that anymore, but he has done a phenomenal job.
Marcia Brooks took over the cafe in 2010 and has since rebranded and expanded into this beautiful building that was once a church. She's gotten out of her comfort zone with the help of co-owner Daniel Ball, who has completely transformed this menu into a foodie's dream.
People just don't want to eat a plain cheeseburger anymore. Let's make it exciting. Let's make it fun. Let's have fun with what we do. And that's kind of what we're doing with Cafe on the Abbey. Here at the Abbey, it's kind of like you get to play, you get to have fun, you get to create, you get to put your own twist on things. And when you do that, you get a superior product. You get something that the customers are looking for, and that's what the customers want.
And the customers certainly want it, all right. From Marcia's carefully crafted pastries to Daniel's different daily specials, there's something for everyone. And you'll never get tired of the same old thing. So it's a clear must when making your way down the coffee trail, but Daniel says it's not the only stamp you should be sure to grab.
Don't run, don't walk. You got to get in the car and go. I mean, you've got to get to all the shops that are doing the tour and are doing the coffee trail. Not just Cafe on the Abbey, all of them, because there are so many mom and pop places. There are so many remarkable coffee shops that are all over Southern Illinois that people just don't know about.
You heard it here first. There are even more goodies to try, so last but certainly not least on our Southern Illinois coffee shop radar today is Pour at 322 in Belleville. Like the rest, this building is rich with history and has a unique interior that will make you want to stick around.
Being that we are a floral shop as well as a coffee shop, it's nice that we are able to bring all of those elements in. So we have fresh flowers on the tables, we have different plant varieties that we bring in.
Zachary's the owner of Pour at 322 and says that the goal is to cater to the community by paying attention to the details. That means only serving products that they're proud of.
If we know that we are not good at something, we seek an outside source, but we make sure it is family owned. We make sure we know the ingredients. We never want to expose our people to anything that could be harmful. And we do carry a lot of vegan options as well.
Pour at 322 sits on the longest main street in the country, so you can make a full day out of grabbing a bite, tea, or cup of coffee, and of course, securing another stamp on your passport. But at the end of the day, it's the people that make these shops so special.
Despite the backgrounds and the differences in opinions, everyone comes here on common ground. You're coming in for this incredible coffee or just a tea break, and the amount of people that have become friends and often family from those experiences really blows our mind.
So now that you've seen these 4 incredible locally owned and operated coffee shops, there's just one last thing to do.
Come in and experience it. I mean, if you really don't take the time, even for a simple coffee break, whether you're just taking a sip and you never come back to it, but take the opportunity to explore these exceptional places.
Again, Illinois South Tourism Coffee Trail 2022. You can get over 20 coffee shops on your passport there, and you can get that passport either in participating stores or online at illinoissouth.org.